Welcome builders, andyisyoda here. Welcome back to episode 2 of season 6 Kingdoms. This is Atlantis, the Lost City. We're just finishing off our main entrance, the West Gate. I'm going to be calling these gates ports, because that's the old-fashioned word for a kind of a gate into a town, a port or portal. This is the West Port. Have a look at this diagram. This can show you what we've got. We've got a central palace citadel in the middle, kind of a middle ring with commerce and a bit of residential, and then an outer ring as well, and they're all separated by these 3 concentric canals as well, with now a link to the sea as well. We have a lot of hydrology today, a lot of water to deal with, but first of all we've got some more bridges to make. So this is now the camera looking a little bit south, and we've got the west gate over on the right hand side there, and we're going to connect this outer ring of land to the middle ring of land, the central ring. We're starting with a humpy bridge in the middle. I built this bridge. It's built mostly of stone bricks, and then the builders, who are by Patreons, joining in on the Twitch live streams. I'm live on Twitch Wednesday through Sunday at 4 PM UK time, and with some unscheduled later streams as well. But yes, these Patreon builders come on, and they are so talented. So big shout out to all the Patreon builders who've been helping with these bridges and these canals. I think it's absolutely fantastic. We'll have a good look at those canals and that bridge a little bit later on, just in about a minute's time actually. But now we need to move on. The bridge we just finished, the humpy bridge, is over on the right hand side of the picture, and now we're coming into the citadel ring, the palace ring, right in the very middle. Not really a ring, actually a circle. Circle in the middle of the city there is where the palace is going to be. So this is the last bridge to connect the West Port all the way in one complete movement, all the way into the very center of the city. So there we go. Some bridges done. Let's have a good look at them in detail. So here we are with a very good overview of what we've just built. You can see the 3 bridges, and I'm going to show you the canals as well. This is the West Port, the west entrance into Atlantis City. I am going to just change my video settings from 64 chunks. I'm only getting 30 frames per second. Now we're down at about 12 frames per second. We should be back up to a nice 60 frames per second for your viewing pleasure, but we won't be able to see quite as far, but that's okay. We're zooming in. So this is the palace ring here. This is where we're going to be building the palace. It's going to be right here. We're going to have temple just there, temple right there, and a library. And this is going to be some central government buildings. But we've got this nice towers. I did these towers, I think. And then we've got a little bridge over here, like that. And then linking to quite an incredible granite roofed bridge. I've never seen granite used as a material for the roof of a bridge, but I like it. A little bit of a humpy bridge as well. Just enough for teeny tiny boats. What are you saying, cow? It's Bob. Teeny tiny boats just to pass along. Now these little things actually should be lowered down like that. Some reason they're up in the air. That's a bit of a mistake to make. What do you think about that, duck? Yeah, no, you're not a duck, you're a chicken. I'll fix that later on. But yeah, there's just enough space under here for these little boats to pass. So this is our kind of our little ring here. Oh, something we didn't pick up in the video. We've made another little canal here. We need to improve this bridge because there's kind of like no way to get through. Who said that? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why you're down there. That's yeah, he's not happy, is he? We've got this little canal linking this canal into our central canals. By the way, don't look over there. That's looking ahead in the video. Don't look! No, we're not going to show you that. So this is another big humpy bridge. So that's linking. We've got the citadel ring, we've got the middle ring, and we've got the outer ring, and this bridge links the last 2 sections. Nice amount of space for bigger ships to pass under as well. We're also at some point going to make another canal through to link up all the canals. So we need to make another canal at some point in this outer ring, but we're not too sure what sort of buildings are going to go in the outer ring, so let me know in the comments. But oh, we don't need to do the canals. I forgot, we've done the canals. We've got like a go in this direction canal, and we've got a go in this direction canal with the boats travelling up and down. I probably got that the wrong way around. More humpy bridges here and here with spectacular work that we've done here on the ground. Even some little doors to wind up in. We should have some little staircases up as well, I think. Do we? maybe we need some more staircases coming up here to get to the top of the towers. But look at this place. We've got saturated, smooth, red sandstone stairs, looking gorgeous with the water in them. And yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful path all the way from the palace, all the way through to the west port, and these little bridges linking over. The place looks great with a bit of bamboo, a bit of palm trees as well. We've also decided on a colour scheme as well, thanks to Dragon Master for deciding. We've got light wool and light blue wool, sorry, white wool and light blue wool. It's kind of the colours of our Atlantis city. Another kind of gate here as well, and then it links through on to what we already built in episode 1. So there we go, that's the west port. The journey into the city goes over a couple of bridges, and then eventually through more gates. We maybe put some big portcullises and big doors eventually on some of these. Eventually you could make your way into the royal district. Okay, but now we're going to swing the camera all the way around and work on the east gate. Okay, let's have a look at that. This is still the west gate, so carefully swinging the camera around here, we can move over to the east gate, past the palace. Now, we're not going to have an entrance here to the palace. There's not going to be a little bridge here. This is kind of a private gardens. These kind of cloud shapes are going to be trees at the back of the palace. I just drew this shape for the palace. I don't know what it's going to actually look like when we come to build it, but it's going to be fun. Now we need to start with something quite exciting, quite kind of challenging in engineering for us, and that's water for the city. In the very fast distance over there, we're going to have some mountains, and the mountains are going to provide us with water. We're going to be building some aqueducts to channel the water into the city, and as you can see, we've started to do that. I don't know if you saw this on the time-lapse, but we've got an aqueduct now bringing water along here. It's a simple slab, you know, dark prismarine slab with dark prismarine stairs just there, and we've waterlogged them to bring the water along. So we need to connect this up eventually to the mountains as well. And I guess we're going to have one last bridge to build at the back here. This is going to be the east gate, the east port bridge. That's something we're going to have to do in episode 3. So the water's going to connect along here, right into here, and as you can see, there's some fountains already for people to help themselves to all the water, but the rest of the water can carry on. Now we're also going to have the water come down here and probably go along this wall somehow. We're not too sure how, but it's going to go along that wall. So any of the buildings here can get water from the wall. There'll be a channel on the wall to deliver water. Now this bridge itself is a fantastic construction. Hats off to the Patreons. I didn't do any of this. I concentrated on these towers here, but the Patreon builders, they were wonderful. They've done this drawbridge which can go up and down to let the bigger ships through, and then kind of a central archy bridge here as well. The small boats, I guess, could go through the middle. But look at the detail. We've got some smooth quartz, which I love. We need to maybe use a bit more quartz actually, because it's kind of a luxurious block. It looks very kind of royal and special as well. And we've got this awesome construction here of these supporting beams holding up the aqueduct as well, with another drawbridge at the back there. Maybe you've got port and starboard or something to let the ships through on different sides. And then we've got these huge structures here. I kind of designed this big tower here to kind of play with the water. But what we're going to do, we have started to do it on the gate down there, the north gate, but we're going to have the water come down here and down and actually flow along here like this, and the water will flow along here. You can still patrol as a guard up here, but the water will be coming along there, fresh water, Some of it will be leaking into the canals, obviously to feed the canals with water, and the canals are going to take away all the waste water, all the sewage from the city, but the fresh water is going to travel along these walls, and then of course you just make a little gap here where you've got a house or a tavern or something, or maybe you could have a little gap here and you could have a little communal well, somewhere where you could always get fresh water from the walls. What do you think? If anyone's a hydrological engineer, you can shoot that plan down in flames if you like as well. But over here as well, we've got obviously another wall which we can bring water into the city via these aqueducts as well. But there we go, that is our east gate. We're also going to bring this aqueduct across here and feed this large building here, which is going to be a bathhouse, because we've got residential area here, residential area right here, and this bathhouse is going to be somewhere where people could come to get clean. That's going to be a tavern, and a tavern, so you could get drunk, have a bath, and then go back to home, back to bed, I suppose. Oh, can't show you that. That's the secret north gate. Let's run the time lapse for the north gate. Now, the north gate has ended up being one of my favourite parts of this whole build. We've actually got a little bit of work to do just now. We've got a bit to paste in, if you stick with us. As you can see, we've reused some elements. We've made the gates wider and added in this aqueduct. And as you can see, it's going to be bringing water from the mountains. What a beautiful design this is as well. Look at the work on the sandstone. So intricate, so beautiful. Well done again to the builders. And this bridge is just love as well. Absolutely fantastic. This is the same bridge actually as we have over there on the west gate, but it's just been slightly modified to fit into this gap here, and also modified to carry the aqueduct as well. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, so here you can see the water coming down and spilling down into the wall, and that's going to carry on all the way around, and we're going to be hooking that up with this gate. It's going to be doing the same sort of thing as well. And on the inside here, we haven't made these, we've started to make these well designs here where the water is going to be pretty much just gushing out the wall, and then you can come with your buckets and get your water all collected. nice and neat for you. That shouldn't really be there. We should have moved that, but the aqueduct, as you can see, continues on as well. We will have it dropping down in height at certain places as well. It doesn't drop down in height here. Oh, we've got also a little bit of work to do to make sure it looks nice and neat. Just waterlog these stair blocks. Love the waterlogging now in Minecraft, such a nice feature as well. But we do have it stepping down, I think, is it here? Yes, we have the aqueduct stepping down. So this is a level of the water, and then it steps down here. And I think that's important to have a gentle aqueduct. By the way, thank you to TC Vulcan for all the generous donations on the Twitch streams. You got yourself a bridge named after you as well. Anyway, so that continues there. Again, reusing some of the elements and bringing the water down again into the wall, or it should be. We haven't quite finished doing that yet. So we're going to bring the water from there down into that wall and bring it round as well. So that's another job to be done, probably off camera. We went a little bit extravagant with this bridge, but we're even going to go even more extravagant with this bridge in a second. Isn't it amazing? We've got the aqueduct coming through. We've got this flow of traffic as well. It's a design we've already used on the west gate, but we added this huge section on top to kind of support the aqueduct. My instructions to the builders were go big or go home. We want to go big. We're going to want to go fancy. We want to make Atlantis look absolutely spectacular. And talking of spectacular, we've got these beautiful statues designed by Uki, who's one of our amazing Patreon builders. Look at that. Isn't it fantastic? We love it. We've put little magma eyes in the statue, wrapped some bushes around it, stuck it in a nice plinth or kind of support area right there, and he's got a huge, as you can see, prismarine brick trident, which is just awesome. The place looks absolutely amazing at night time, doesn't it, as well? These statues with little beacons lit up, little fires, bit of campfires. We probably need to add some light, obviously, onto that little archway there as well, but the rest of the place, oh my goodness, this whole place just comes alive at night. Looks absolutely awesome. /p time, let's go back to noon. By the way, I'm on my own server, play.usetheblocks.net. If you want to pop on, you can get a place to build as well. If you want to become a Patreon, you can build in the live streams and get your own giant plots, as well as full world edit as well, patreon.com/andyisyoda. This whole city will be available for download on my Patreon once we've finished it as well, to match all the other 5 kingdoms, which are ready as well. So we've got this fantastic bridge, absolutely amazing, with little paths in between, vegetation, bushes, grass, big columns. Look, trident columns again, holding up the roof. I hadn't even noticed that. Absolutely fantastic. When I'm building a little bit, I can't notice everything that everyone's doing, but I just love the intricate stonework. It's kind of beautiful as well. Obviously taking some inspiration from Assassin's Creed as well on some of these structures. And then big influence from Assassin's Creed pictures of Atlantis. We've got these huge structures done by Blue 2, so thank you to Blue 2, and big shout out and thank you to Shula as well, taking the lead on many of these structures. We also had On the Diagonal, Uki, and this big shape, this big portal, if you like, into the city. Big fancy show-off thing leads to the awesome docks here as well, and these fantastic, look, we've got stores of coal as well, lampposts, beautiful cranes. Again, big shout out to the builders, wonderful job on the cranes. We've got plenty of storage. You've got some pandas, shout out to One Board Chicky. One of those is upside down. We've got looms and pistons and jukeboxes, note boxes, kelp, barrels and beehives, looking like cargo ready to get packed up onto our boats. We stole one of the boats from Qajar City as well. If you've watched episode or season 5 of Kingdoms Qajar City, you recognize this boat as well. And moving on, we've got this, I think this area here is just awesome. This is what the future holds for this whole outer ring as well. We're nibbling away at the coastline, shaping it, sculpting it, making it look cool as well. And that's the big circle, but the whole thing is going to be a giant island linking to the sea, and the sea is going to link eventually to our other kingdoms across here. This is, I think, my 5x5 kingdom from season 2 right across there as well. Anyway, I'm going to show you this area, our behind the scenes area. We're going to show you that in just a few seconds time. Another ship taken from Qajar City as well, linking to a little place here where people can embark onto the ship. This is really for passengers getting on and off the ship, as well as even a little place they can have a little cup of tea before they, I don't know if they have cups of tea in Atlantis, maybe they didn't. But love this area, atmospheric. Look at the path with the stones, the rabbits, the lake, the shrine as well by Dragon Master, lovely double shrine as well. You can have a little prayer there to the gods. And then you've got this awesome path here, the path made of andesite, coarse dirt, stone bricks. Did I miss one out? Gravel? Maybe I missed out gravel. Linking round, eventually that's going to link round to our west port, our west gate as well. I could quickly show you how this links. We have yet to change the texture of this path from white wool, but as you can see, it links round here into our west gate where we started episode 1. So things are starting to link up. Hopefully you've got kind of a picture of the whole city in your head, but this is about as far as I can see, about 13 blocks when I'm recording and speaking it over, because otherwise the frames will go right down to about 3. So yeah, beautiful area. Something to come is this farm area. We're going to wrap the farm area. We're going to have windmills and farm buildings and all sorts of things, fisheries, whatever we want in these kind of outer grass areas. Maybe some little houses as well and settlements as well. I think would be a great place for all the farming community to live. And of course, we've got water, fertilized water. Don't forget they poo and peep into this water, so it comes back through and it fertilizes the farm. Does that make sense? Hopefully that's not too unhygienic. And a nice way of making the farm here as well, with the campfires and the spruce slabs and the composters as well. Really atmospheric, and it links back up here. Oops, sorry tree. Back up onto the desk. And we also put this gorgeous statue, which I think we bought this statue, but we've adapted it by putting on a beard and some hair and a little toga as well. we've got a tree growing out his arm. I did not notice that. Was that me that did that? I don't think I did that. We've got some stock palm trees at the bottom. So yeah, this whole area is starting to take off. And when we've kind of designed this area, maybe made kind of maybe a secondary wall or something, I think it's going to look pretty awesome. We also need to have some mountains in the distance, and the mountains are going to have an like one of these things. What are these called? Aqueduct, that's the word. An aqueduct's going to have to come along here somehow and link onto there to bring the water into the city. And as I said, it spills down onto this area here. So that's the north gate taken care of. It's a main trading port for the city. And now we're going to whiz over here to the south gate. There's the sun in the south. We're going to whiz over the map over to the south gate. We're going to roll a time lapse and see what we made over here. The south gate is eventually going to lead to kind of a naval, military navy area. But that gate over there is going to have to wait until episode 3. Let's head back over to this north gate here. This structure here is actually being enhanced by an amazing builder. Can I introduce you to a builder called Uki, who has been working his socks off to make some extra stuff behind the scenes. We've got beautiful fish statues and stingrays and krakens by this guy. He just builds and builds and builds beautiful organic shapes. So on top of the bridge, he's added a stingray. Isn't that cool? And we're going to be pasting this in just a few seconds time, and some extra columns on the side to kind of support the weight of our beautiful sculpture. Fantastic. And this, we haven't even had time to use it. Isn't this wonderful? Look at the birds. The birds facing each other, containing the beacon as well. This is just love. We're going to be filling this in probably on the east gate. I love it. Absolutely fantastic. Great design as well. This is our behind the scenes area where we're just practicing. All of the elements are going to be put into the city. Dragon Master's taken our statue and given it a colourful makeover as well. We're definitely going to be happy to use that. We've got this statue as well to plonk into our city at some point as well. This one's unfortunately seems to be encased in ice. We've got our boats, our little fish statues, our towers, all sorts of elements ready to go in. So let's head in. I've got this all queued up in World Edit. I've already had a go. So all I need to do is do /redo, and it puts it in, and there we go. We have our stingray statue on the bridge. Now what we do have is a little place down here where we do need to provide a little bit of an extra support. So what could this be made of? I'm tempted to go for kind of a ring of smooth stone. Although I don't want to make it too wide, I don't think. I think I'm just going to go smooth stone all the way around like this. Don't make it too wide. We've still got a channel. Still got a channel for the boats to pass through. Don't know quite why we have these ladders hanging down. Let's do one over here as well. Then we can stack it down with World Edit. And that'll be us finished episode 2, I guess. Let's actually fill it in so we just... No one will know, but we'll know. We'll know it's filled in and it's all completely solid. So a little bit of World Edit. Go from that point to that point, and we'll just do /stack 10 down without using any air. And there we go. Little plinths like that. Kind of cool. Easy peasy. And then, of course, I've got to do the same thing over here, but I'll do that off camera. But there we go. The gates to the city, the canals, the bridges, they're all working. We've got a little bit of work to do over on the east gate as well. And in the next episode, I'll show you our progress on the south gate as well. Yeah, we've got some more of these aqueducts to carve into the city and one last giant bridge to do over here. So it's that bridge, the south bridge, and the navy area in episode 3. Thank you so much for watching. It's very much appreciated indeed. Leave some feedback for the builders in the down below. Hit that like button, and I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao. With the blocks be with you.